So I love my B movies, and I love my B movies when I find them cheap in price, as we all know. And I found Kill Ratio the other day at the local mall, and this was $3. So I decided to pick this one up as well as a bunch of movies, which I'll be displaying, of course, for the What's in the Bag Son video reviews that I do for monthly pickups and such. But excuse me, yeah. Kill Ratio is basically a B movie, seemingly made for TV, really low budget action film, and it seemed like at its worst, it'd probably be still, some turn your brain off fun, some turn your brain off action kind of thing going on. We've got what looks to be a poor man's Tom Hardy going on here, and in the movie, especially with his mannerisms and behaviors, it really reminded me of roles that Tom Hardy sometimes takes on in the action genres. But basically, what the story revolves around is it takes place in Eastern Europe, which they don't even mention an actual spot. Apparently, this was all filmed in Ireland, so all the sets and all the filming took place in Ireland, but it's supposed to take place in Eastern Europe. We have a political situation going on with, I don't know if it's a civil war, but it's definitely a war between, Republican, Democrat leaders. And it all takes place in a hotel. And the president, this female president, was apparently dead, or at least she was reported dead. And I believe she was the president of the Democratic Party, which the rebel military is kind of trying to overrun and take over. So in this hotel, this woman shows up, but nobody in the rebellion military knows that she's there, kind of thing, because everybody supposes that she's dead. And she's having like some kind of meeting there, and then the leader of this whole rebel military militia kind of overruns the hotel, and it basically turns on into like a siege situation. So you have a lot of shootouts. Of course, everybody's using clearly fake guns, and all the gunshots are like completely CGI, and nothing's actually being shot at all. They don't even use like pellets or blanks or anything like that. It's all CGI when it comes to the gunfire. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's kind of funny at the same time. And this thing is just packed with such unintentional humor that it's so enjoyable. It's almost an accidental spoof, legit, like a spoof action movie by accident. That's literally, and I don't really mean that insultingly per se, because I had a good time with it, and it's enjoyable for that. And it's seemingly an accident. Maybe they completely did it on purpose. Who knows? But it comes across as they were trying to make this action movie with the whatever budget they had, and when it comes to the acting or the directing, especially the editing is not good whatsoever. But I mean, it's a hoot, to say the least. I mean, there's a scene where the lead he walks past a hotel room, and then there's this one rebel military guy forcing himself on a woman, and the lead character, his name is James, he backs up and looks into the room again, and he kind of like just makes himself into the room smiling and stuff, and he's like, hey, how's it going? And he's trying to portray this like sarcastic badass persona, and the guys are just, please leave, everything is okay, and he's like, no, it's not okay. And then you get into this like corny choreographed fight scene that's just ridiculous. I mean, I've seen great fight scenes and great action movies that when you go to this, it's just something about the choreography that just comes across as so, for lack of a better term, cheap. I know that's like, I feel harsh saying that, and I feel like I'm not really dissing this movie when I say these things, though. Like, I'm not saying it in a negative way, because I mean, I've seen bad movies that are just boring, and I want to shut off after 20 minutes. This is not one of those movies. There's this scene in the middle of the film where the leader of the military, the villain military, the rebels, he starts a fight with somebody who works at the hotel. I don't know exactly what his position is, but this guy, he's not tiny, but he looks way smaller than than the leader, and they start fist fighting, and then the leader grabs these two swords from the wall, and then they start a sword duel. And there's a sword fight. There's another sword fight too in the climax of the movie between James and the leader too, which is really funny. And there's this scene where this woman named Gabrielle, who is basically the sidekick, not the sidekick, but the main female that James is protecting and working with, kind of thing. She's in this room, and this is after a fight and a shootout with the lead character. So she's in this hotel room, and there's blood on the sheets on the bed and like the the floor and the walls and stuff like that, and she's trying to cover everything up, and the way she's acting and behaving is so weird. It's like, oh, disgusting. It's just so gross. Ugh, ugh. Like, she's not afraid at all, where she should be. She's not like in panic mode. She's just like, ew, as if she like saw a spider or something like that. It's really funny. To watch this as a comedy with a group is definitely the way to go. And if you're gonna make a B movie, there's certain genres that are easier or work better with low budgets, and I would say horror and action are definitely in the top two. So I have absolutely nothing wrong usually with B grade action films, and this one is like I said, quite a lot of fun. Even when you put the DVD in, literally it's just the title screen that says play at the bottom. There's nothing else going on in the freaking release, like no subs, no special features, nothing. It's just, at least that's, you know, one step above some Blu-rays and DVDs, especially with Blu-rays, where you put it in and it just starts the movie. There's not even a menu page. At least this one went as far as having a menu page that just says play. Which is funny. But anyways, that's Kill Ratio. I'm not going to go too long on this one. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more when I can, so stay tuned for that. Check out what's on the channel already. And if you can find Kill Ratio anywhere, stream it or pick it up for $3 if you see it. That's $3 Canadian, by the way. But until next time, have a good one. Take care and cheers.